So, hello and welcome to Happy Hour, everyone. Lovely to be with you wherever you are in the world, practicing together. So, um, yeah, I'll say a couple of words and then we'll practice together and we'll meditate together. The theme for tonight, I'd like to invite us to engage with, bring to our hearts and minds the beautiful practice of gratitude. And it's really important not to approach this practice of gratitude as a should, like I should be grateful. Oh God, I should be grateful. No, 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 no. Please don't add shoulds. It's not a practice to have any shoulds about. It's an invitation. Can I be grateful for this? Can I be grateful for this? And if the answer comes back, no, I don't feel grateful, then don't push it. Don't push it. But it's a gentle invitation. And yet it's such an important practice in this very gentle way of not shoulding, as someone said, not shoulding all over ourselves, um, is because we usually look for problems in our lives. It's just the way human beings work. It's our um, evolutionary basically heritage, because those who survived, those who passed on their genes, they were looking for threats in their environment. Those ancestor human beings, they were looking for threats in the environments. They were not looking for those who were looking for berries did not survive. They out survived those who were looking for threats, and so we are looking for threats. We're looking for what's not going right, what's problematic. So we need to balance. We need to balance that tendency that we all have as human beings for what's difficult. It's said, I've heard this before, that you might have heard it also, that our minds are like Velcro for what's challenging and difficult, and they're like Teflon. The old days when there was a lot of Teflon, that for good things, for things that are good in our lives. They just don't stick to our minds. Like, oh yeah, yeah, we get a compliment. Oh yeah, thank you. Maybe it doesn't quite stick, the goodness, but oh yes, what's challenging, what's wrong, what's problematic. We just go through it again and again and again. So Velcro, Teflon. So in order to balance our hearts and minds, it's helpful to turn to what is good. And when we intentionally, just ever so gently, turn to what's good, and what's good could be outside, what's good could be inside. Oh, the goodness of my intention. I'm showing up. Yeah, maybe I find meditation challenging, and maybe I'm a beginner, maybe I fall asleep, and and yet I keep showing up. This is good. This is good. So sense of, oh yeah, can I appreciate, maybe not even use the word gratitude, maybe that's too heavy for some people. Can I appreciate that I'm showing up? And maybe the answer, yeah, I guess I can. If I step out of myself, I can appreciate that this person who's me is showing up. Even though they fall asleep all the time or judge themselves for not doing it right. Yet, well, yeah, there is goodness here. So internally, externally, as a way to turn our minds to so much good, not to take it for granted, so much good, really. And when we notice the good in our lives, then it feels like more good shows up because we're noticing the good. We're open for more goodness, to appreciate, to befriend, to support, to give, to be generous. We join, we become part of a virtuous cycle. All right, I've said plenty. Let's practice together. So, arriving arriving Each moment a new arrival, arriving in this body, this moment. Letting our attention connect, our awareness. Know that we are sitting and breathing. Letting our awareness connect with the breath, the sensations of the breath in the abdomen, lower part of the body, receiving. Receiving each breath, letting go, letting go, letting go of plans, thoughts, entanglements for a moment. To connect with this being who is me in this moment. The goodness of just sitting and being breathed. The goodness of being here. And can you invite a sense of appreciation to imbue this breath as you're breathing it, as it's breathing you? If the answer is no, it's okay. Just stay with the breath. Noticing the sensations of the breath, of your sit bones on the chair, your hands touching your lap, your feet or your legs on the earth. Feeling grounded, embodied. Here, just here. How wonderful to just be here, even for a moment, not scattered here and there. With each breath, reaffirming, rejoining the goodness of being alive, just here, a sentient being, sensing the breath, sensations. And opening our hearts. What is nourishing in this moment in this body? Maybe the breath. Maybe the breath feels smooth, calming, like a lullaby. And we enjoy it with appreciation. Let yourself enjoy. Can we open up to something else that's nourishing? Supportive in this moment. Maybe it's this chair or seat that's supporting us. opening to it, to its existence in our lives with appreciation. Maybe where we're sitting, there is clean air to breathe. So appreciating there's air that can be breathed, supported by the air, the air element supported by what we're sitting on, the earth element supported by warmth. Maybe it's not too warm, not too cold. Us humans have a limited range of comfort we can survive in. So, yeah, supported by warmth. Nice. Thank you. Supported by this body. So many organs functioning internally. The blood flowing. The water we drank earlier. The food we ate. It's supporting us now. And stay with appreciation, stay with the good, stay with appreciating goodness. You can open it up more. And if your mind starts going to lack those in the world who do not have these resources right now, yes, it is true. And yet, this is not the time for that practice. That is compassion practice, another time. Bringing your mind, kindly directing to stay with this practice so that you can have enough stability, enough joy, then to open up to the suffering in the world. Not to turn away forever, but to have the space, to create the space, the stability, the joy, to contain more of the challenges. So staying with the gratitude, feeling embodied, opening up to the goodness in your life, the relationships you're grateful for, friendships, choosing perhaps one relationship, bringing this particular person to mind with appreciation and sharing your goodwill, your metta for them, your goodwill, your appreciation, wishing them well, appreciating them. as if they were sitting right in front of you. Bring them close in your mind's eye. And maybe opening up to other friends, relationships, family, colleagues, with appreciation, feeling the abundance of your interconnectedness with so many amazing beings, alive, complex, as complex as you are. And whoever comes to your mind, you have some appreciation for them. Whoever shows up, even those you have challenges with. They are your teachers. They help you grow. They help us grow in ways we may not want to or find challenging. Appreciating whoever shows up. And feel free if you like to open up to appreciating other aspects of your life. Maybe opportunities, and also challenges. What stretches you? Maybe, maybe consider something that has stretched you, challenged you recently. Can you be grateful for this too? And don't push it, but drop in the question, can I be grateful for this too? And let yourself be surprised. See what comes up. Can we open our hearts? Maybe experiment now, if you like. Imagining your heart so vast, so spacious, so spacious. Your body so relaxed, your heart so spacious, so vast that you can include everything, everything, to be grateful for everything. Generous heart that receives with gratitude goodness, challenges, opportunities, being alive in this human realm, all its ups and downs, 10,000 joys, 10,000 sorrows, with its impermanence deeply woven into the fabric of being alive. In this impermanent moment, can this heart be wide open just for a moment? Experiment to receive it all, passing through, appreciating the whole catastrophe, receiving, giving gratitude with generosity, giving thanks. Practicing opening it up. You can always close it in a minute if it feels too big, too much, but just for a moment. See what it feels like if you open your heart wide. Dared to open it wide. Spacious, spacious as the sky, spacious as the universe. A grateful heart, as spacious as the universe itself, to include everything. Everything that has been, is, will be. The mystery of it all. beyond our understanding. That I am a part of this whole mystery. I'm a player in, sentient, conscious, playing my part, growing, learning, serving, giving, hurting, being hurt, gratitude for all of it. For the ways I've grown and the ways I've yet to grow. I have yet to grow and stretch myself. And if you meet limits of your heart, it's okay. Bow to it. Be grateful for that too. Be grateful for this too. This being authentic and true. As we bring this meditation to a close, can we be grateful, appreciate for whatever showed up or didn't show up? It's okay. Appreciating that we showed up, we did our best, not attaching to outcome. Appreciating ourselves, appreciating the Sangha for showing up and supporting us, these amazing human beings who keep showing up and practicing cultivating their hearts. Thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you, my inner goodness, to have led me here. Thank you, the law of the universe. Thank you, Dharma. Thank you, Sangha, community. May our goodness, may our practice serve all beings everywhere. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free, including ourselves. Thanks, everyone. I'm grateful for your practice, for your showing up. So I'd like to invite us to transition now to practice, to express our gratitude, appreciation in small groups, And the prompt, and this can be quite powerful, actually, this practice. The prompt is, what are you grateful for? So you say one thing, you are grateful for one thing. And then the next person will say something, and then the next person, and then you again, and it goes round and round and round. And it can be so uplifting with feeling your own joy, letting it be witnessed, as well as witnessing other people. The sense of mudita, vicarious joy arises. Especially if you're feeling a little heavy at this moment in time, this is a joyous practice. It's a wonderful, uplifting practice to fill our hearts with joy. So I invite you, and then yes, going in. Let's go in alphabetical order, and what brings you joy is the prompt. So I'm creating the rooms. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Again, you can also pass when your turn comes, just offering something and then letting other people have their turn. Okay. So I've created the rooms. Be kind, be gentle. And here we go. Opening the rooms now. Okay. Everybody's back. Welcome back, everyone. I see some smiles. So, this is great. Would love to hear maybe from a couple of people, and you're also welcome to write your reflections in chat. If you just write it to me, it will be private. Won't read your name, just your reflection. If it's to everyone, then I'll read your name as well. And you can also raise your Zoom hand. And somebody's giving a thumbs up. I think they're trying to raise their Zoom hand. Is this Jamie? Are you trying to?
No, that was my comment.
Oh, that was your comment. Thumbs up. You liked it. Okay, that's great. I love it. Very, very concise. Now, I want to invite you, actually, especially if you haven't spoken recently. Susan says so much to be grateful for. If you haven't spoken recently, I'd like to invite you to challenge yourself and be grateful for the opportunity and step forward. I see you, Claire. I'm just going to pause for a moment and see if I can get someone who's maybe hasn't spoken for a while. Or maybe he's new to happy hour. What did you discover in the small groups or in this practice? Any aha moments? Okay. All right. Christine and then Claire, please.
Thank you, Nikki. I really enjoyed this meditation tonight. You've talked about that before, making a soup, like we made a soup tonight. And one of the gentlemen that was on my call, this is his first time here, and it was just, we all went around, and like I said, we just added a little bit to each other tonight, and it was just a lot of gratitude in my breakout room. So I'm grateful for both my people that were with me tonight and my Sangha. First thing I said was I was grateful for showing up tonight and being part of all this, just exactly what was needed. So thank you so much, Nikki, and everyone.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing, Christine, and for your practice and showing up. Yay. So beautiful. Makes me happy. Yay.
Thank
Claire,
you.
please.
Hi, Nikki. I know I've said this before. First of all, I want to say thank you for this. And I've said this before, but I just like to sell it again. Through another spiritual program that I'm in, I started circulating a gratitude list with two friends on email about 6 or 7 years ago. We do it every day. And it made such a difference in my life. And I think even just one night like this can make a huge difference.
Yeah.
I mean, because I tend to look at everything that's wrong with my life.
Yes, that's right.
Right.
We all tend to. Yeah, exactly.
And it forces me to look at what's right.
Yeah.
And there's a lot. So
there is so much that's going right. It's overwhelming, actually. It's quite lovely. Thank you, Claire. Thank you for that. And Diana, you're next. And before that, I want to read a message that came to me directly. And one of you said, I realized that a lot of my meditation practice was to observe things neutrally. It was very refreshing to observe things gratefully. Yay, beautiful. Yes. So lots of different practices. And with the practice of with vipassana, with insight practice, we often try to see, well, it's in some ways it's neutral, but in some ways we're looking at arising and passing. We're looking at things, but with the practices of the heart, with metta and with all the Brahma Viharas, with loving kindness, with compassion, with vicarious joy, and with equanimity, there's a particular way of looking, and especially with mudita, and by the way, gratitude fits under vicarious joy in the four Brahma Viharas. That's where it fits, because when you feel happy for someone else's happiness, it's joy for them. When you feel happy for your own blessings, oh, guess what? That's gratitude. Anyway, so yes, there's a beauty, there's a goodness to this practice of mudita, vicarious joy turned inward, that becomes gratitude. So I'm delighted, person who sent this reflection. Yes, it's so refreshing. It's so beautiful to, and maybe I'll just say one more thing. The path towards awakening doesn't go through just the gray zone of the things are as they are. There's a lot of joy. The Buddha was known as the happy one, and the path actually in this instruction, step by step by step by step, as you study the suttas, you see there is joy and there's contentment and there's bliss and there is gladness. All of these pamaja and piti and sukha, all of them, they're just laid out. They're just so the path, and then at the end is like, yes, nibbana, awakening. But it just goes through the mind, the heart need to contain joy, need to contain all these uplifting qualities in order to be liberated. It's not a grim duty to be liberated. So anyway, thank you for that reflection, Diana.
Oh, this is just really quick. We were thinking and saying that we could actually, if we had time, do this all night. This gratitude, just go around and around, because what happens is you keep thinking, at least for me, keep thinking of things, and it builds, and it makes, and oddball things too could come to mind, and it's just like an endless array. So it's a really joyful practice. Thank you for offering this to us.
Thank you so much. That's lovely. And one of you reflects, I had a lot of rage come up during the session. It was not about joy at all for me tonight. No problem. And that's what needed to come up. Rage, anger. So there are conditions in the mind and the heart. And that's when you quieted your mind, when we quiet our mind, and there's just a lot of something else that needs to be attended to. Maybe that comes up, or maybe the rage has come up perhaps because of a sense of lack, or various things. But it's worthwhile not to push it away and say, okay, this is, it didn't work out, it's the disaster. But actually stay curious. Can you, I know this is going to sound like a high bar, but can we even be curious or have gratitude about the rage? Can we have gratitude that we can actually have emotions instead of just being a complete blank and not just completely blank, or that we have the mental faculties to feel rage? And then when you welcome rage with gratitude, not necessarily acting out of it, I'm not saying act out, but well, yeah, it's here. Okay. Can I be grateful for this too? Yeah, I can have emotions. I can feel upset. Ooh, can that be a way to then turn towards working with it and actually cultivating gratitude? Anyway, thank you all. Thank you so much for your practice. Thank you for being here, for your cultivation. May all beings be well. May all beings be free, including ourselves.